Welcome to the Doug and Commish Show, the Week 5 edition. This is our review show from Week 4, but last week, little business that we had to take care of, and Chapman filled in. Did you watch the show?
I loved the show. I thought, while Chapman is not near as attractive as I am, he did a stand-up job. Filled in quite nice.
Well, we were appreciative of Chapman. He is at home probably getting bossed around by somebody,
I'm sure.
more than likely his kids. But anyway, let's go ahead and review last week, Week 4. And we're going to start off with Paper against New Guy. And Paper continues to roll at 4-0. 6 players in double digits. Foster did in 3 quarters what most people can't do in 7. So regardless, you add Moss now to him. He's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and at original, as I graded the show's draft, I said that Arian Foster is the steal of the draft. Mm-hmm. And now I look like an idiot for not drafting him. Yeah. I look like a complete genius for realizing I'm an idiot.
Yeah, there you go. New Guy goes to 2-2. McCoy did well, but got hurt in the game. They're kind of looking at Mike Bell, it seems like, right now, but regardless, he's hurt. Kevin Cobb comes in the game and is probably going to help New Guy out a little bit, specifically with the checkdowns type thing. But he's got Mark Sanchez. Are you buying Mark Sanchez? Is he for real?
Dougie, I'm not.
Okay.
I can't buy him totally. He's serviceable. He's Alex Smith. Mm-hmm. He's not even Sean Hill. He's just a guy to get you as a bye week fill-in. I'm not buying it.
So you would have a hard time starting him as your main guy?
I wouldn't know. Bye week fill-in at best.
You had Santonio Holmes this week? Still nothing?
Nothing. It's the program. It's the offense. Mm-hmm. It's run, play action. You can't build fantasy points on that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Go to their next game, Soldier versus White Trash. Soldier continues to roll in the Knoll division, takes it 3-1. You commented that you figured he pretty much wrapped up this division with that win.
That division's over. As long as Chapman doesn't pull a Jim and stop participating and not filling out a roster or doing some DJ-like moves, just moves that don't make sense, this division's over. Chapman's won it. He can start resting some of his guys and cruising to see if he can secure himself a first-round bye.
Danian Tomlinson continues to roll. Man, looks great
what
in
a
New York.
Steal.
Oh,
I mean, what is he, 9th, 10th round?
Like Portis got hurt. Looks like they might even be shutting him down for the year, but he's got Adrian Peterson, so shouldn't be a big deal for
man.
Chapman.
That's the rumor on the street is Portis. Shanahan's not in love with him to begin with. They're going to shut him down. The terrain character is going to get the looks, but like you said, it doesn't really matter. The division's over. He can not even play a running back on AP's bye week or LT's bye week or whatever. It makes no difference. He'll be fine.
Some wide receiver questions. Marshall didn't have a great game. People seem to be singling him out, obviously, but Henne didn't look that great. But he's got Miles Austin coming back off of a bye, so his wide receiver issues might be worked out. But for the most part, not a bad week. We also look at his tight end Miller. Just looks fantastic.
Man, Miller time. No matter how bad the Raiders are, Miller time.
He's worth it.
He's always successful. I don't understand the offense. I don't understand.
I think it's a check down. I think that's what it is. He's a security blanket to every one of those bad quarterbacks that they got.
And then he makes plays on his own. Mm-hmm. I love Miller time. Yeah, he's great.
White trash as far as him. Finally, T.O. was unleashed. 23 points, I believe. Is that or third? Maybe at 30 points.
I think it was 35.
Yeah. Do you think he scores 35 again in another game? Do you think he gets over 20 in another game this year?
Maybe once. I mean, he's got big play. Carson Palmer's got a good arm on him. I could see a 20, maybe once
You're
or
not seeing
twice.
30 though.
But no, I mean, I don't see it.
Well, it stinks for White Trash that 30-point game didn't really help him out of T.O.
It kept him out of swallowing a steamer.
That's true.
He only had 70 points total. Half of his points came out of one guy.
Yeah.
What if he gave a normal TO of 5 points?
Then
he'd be down in steamer number 2.
Sean Green actually seemed to do okay, but it seemed like this was more just trying to give LT a break. Nothing really too special there. Still not buying Sean Green. Game was over. Nappy-headed Foe gets his first win of the season, and MJD and Mendenhall look like they're back on track. Or, at least on track at all. No?
I don't know. I'm having a verbal spat with the Nappy, and while I do like what he's got in the running backs, yeah, I hope that he fails.
Oh, all right. Well, one thing that he does have is Brandon Lloyd. Brandon Lloyd plays for the Denver Broncos, for those of you who are wondering. Do you buy or sell Brandon Lloyd? There's a lot of wide receivers out there, and he's been able to get some of the points recently, some of the looks. Are you buying or selling?
It's a ginormous sell.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't sell that quick enough.
Okay, so you're not thinking he's going to be worth. You think it's going to be inconsistent, or what do you think?
I think he blows.
All right.
Big time blows. Horrible. Sell now.
Doughboy falls to 1-3. Mike Vick gets hurt. He actually ended up having Ray Rice on the bench, but it didn't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Roddy White seems to be his only player. Am I correct on this?
You're definitely correct, Dougie, and that's not good news because Roddy White is not lighting it up so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. He's above average. He's a good guy, but he's not a number one that's going to Deshaun Jackson you.
Yeah, just a bunch of 15, 20 yard.
Yeah, he's a consistent wide receiver. He's going to get you 13 to 16 every week.
Mm-hmm.
That's your guy. But, I mean, Michael Vick is down and out.
Yeah.
Ray Rice is down and out.
Yeah.
And Jim's just
Marcus Colston is on his team, but he hasn't done anything.
He's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
I mean, Lance Moore is killing him in stats, and Jim, he's just too old for this. I hope that his team regroups for the sake of Jim's spirit.
Yeah. Toilet and Sass. Toilet Town goes to 2-2. Rodgers, Adai, Gates, and the Giants all score in double digits for him and score high in the double digits to help him pull out a win here over Sass, but he needs some wide receiver help desperately.
He does, and he's going to have to ease up a little bit on falling in love with a lot of his players.
Mm-hmm.
That he thinks all of his team is destined for the Fantasy Hall of Fame, which obviously isn't true because he's going to have to make a move and get himself a wide receiver or two
to help out because he's got decent running backs.
Oh, he's got a great team, good depth. He's got enough pieces to make a move.
Mm-hmm.
He just has to stop pretending that his team is all Hall of Fame when they're just basically average, or he wouldn't be 2-2.
Sass had Brady, but they didn't really use Brady at all. They didn't need to. The special teams in New England really stepped it up. Frank Gore and D'Angelo Williams finally have a good game. D'Angelo Williams, a couple long runs that really helped him out, obviously. But Braylon Edwards, again, I made it very well known that I felt like he should have been benched as a result of his drunk driving and him being an alcoholic. But Tom fought through that. He was willing to take the criticism. Regardless, it still bought him a loss, so maybe we could call that karma.
Well, like Chapman said, you don't look to Tom for morals. Mm-hmm. So for the fact that he played Edwards, that's perfectly in character for the Giant Sass.
Yep.
I would expect the same thing when he gets drunk this weekend. He'll be in the lineup no matter what.
Okay, it's not Sass, but Braylon.
Not Sass, Braylon.
Okay.
Sass doesn't get drunk unless you can get drunk on raw rabbits.
Now, those rabbits are pretty dangerous stuff. Anyway, Tony Gonzalez says he passes fantasy prime.
Doug, that's a great question. He has the talents. He's got the tools. I just don't know about him. I think some of it might be the offensive system. Yeah. White's not lighting it up. Turner's not lighting it up. Ryan's not lighting it up. So I'm going to say that he still has it in him. Yes, he's past his prime, but he's top 5.
Okay. We go to the other game, Talk versus Bean. Talk had a pretty good game out of Run DMC, but he gets hurt. But Chris Johnson, 5 points. Little inconsistency right now for the Johnson.
It is. Johnson's struggling quite a bit, and maybe that's a good thing for Trash, where he can see what else he's got there, and they're not totally leaning on the Sass, or on the Johnson. Johnson's got to pick it up for him to be successful.
We also got Collie and Clark that pretty much nullified Peyton Manning on Bean's side. But Bean was able to get a decent game out of Peyton Hillis. Are you buying Peyton Hillis? Is he for real?
Dude, I'm buying him, and I would like to have him.
Okay. Maybe we can talk after during the commercial break, see if we can work something out. Regardless, Talk goes to 3-1. Bean falls to 2-2. The last game we had Jockey versus Nips. This is the closest game, and it really came down to Stephen Gostkowski, having an 11-point game that allowed Jockey to get the victory.
It was a glorious game to watch. I was pulling for the Jockey, fellow Lombardi guy, and I always love to see the Nips fail.
Yep. That is pretty much our week 4 preview. We'll be right back after these messages from Michigan Fence Company where all your fencing needs can be met.